What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king. Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon White. In the last episode, we made our way through Route 17 and into Route 18, the two major water routes of this game. I know, this game's pretty sparse on the water routes, which I do generally appreciate, even as a Hoenn lover. But we're out here in Route 18 still. We are still going through trainers. In the last episode, I managed to get my Caracosta up to level 40, which means that he now has access to his best move, Shell Smash. And I'm going to see if I can actually get it going as we start things off here, going up against a Basculin, which shouldn't really be able to do too much to crush here. So let's just immediately start off with this. I'm going to use Aqua Tail, which won't do too much damage. I should be mostly okay. All right, let's get that going, and now we can actually start to do some pretty insane damage here if I can just get things going. So it looks like my strongest attack here is probably going to be Crunch. I don't know if this is going to take this thing out. Oh, wow. Basculin is still faster. Wow. Wow. Was not expecting that, honestly, but we'll see how much we can do here. You know, Crush, I was like super stoked about this and was like, oh my gosh, you know, we're going to actually be able to start wiping through Pokemon with all this, but you just immediately disappointed me with that display right there. Are you kidding me? Like, even with the Shell Smash, you are slower than this Basculin. I probably should have just used Bulldoze. Well, this thing is going to keep using Aqua Tail unless I actually counter it with something, and then because our defenses went down, that does put me in a bit of a predicament. I'm going to see if I can get one more hit off, but maybe it's not meant to be. Oh, man, all of that gassing it up for nothing. Golly, Crush, I am so disappointed in you. I know you can do better than that. I know you can. But it sounds like we still need to do a little bit of work. Plus, Basculin does have some extremely good speed, so I guess that sort of makes sense, but come on, man. All right, Darmanitan, you know what? I'm actually going to do this. Because I want Crush out for this, so I am going to send him out while Watchog takes a beating here. So, I mean, you don't need to be alive to use your HMs. Not that I actually need your HMs anymore on this route as it is, but let's try to get Crush back into the fray. And then if I can at least get, like, Surf going. Oh, yeah, Flare Blitz. There you go. That's the play here. Definitely do that. Beautiful. And then knock your health down a little bit. And then I should be able to get a heal off before this thing does anything too damaging. It's probably going to use something like Hammer Arm or whatnot, because that is pretty much the best thing it has available in this scenario. But another Lemonade. And there we are. All right, now, yep, Hammer Arm, there it is. Some pretty darn good damage, and that is going to lower its speed. Too bad I don't have Aqua Jet, otherwise I would definitely be able to attack first. That's kind of the best move to pair with the likes of Shell Smash, but alas, just going to have to hope that Surf gets the job done, and it does. All right, Crush. Yeah, I'm bummed. I'm bummed that Shell Smash was so weak. And then Simisage, which I obviously can't do anything against with my turtle here, so back to as we go. Wow, that was incredible. I am so bummed about how anticlimactic that was. I can't get over it, man. All that hype, pretty much ever since I picked Turtouga, and that was it. I know two Shell Smashes is typically the play, but I just didn't think he was going to be taking so much damage. At the very least, Naz learns Air Slash, which is objectively better than Air Cutter. It has a base power of 75 with an accuracy 95, and can also cause flinching with Naz's amazing speed. That is going to come into play relatively frequently. If I could also get a hold of something like a King's Rock, for instance, that would be awesome. But for the time being, let me just go back to doing some heals here. Yeah, we'll just give you another Lemonade. Gosh dang it, Crush. Still lagging behind a little bit, but head on over here, and I think my Max Repel is still active. I actually can't remember. But we're going to head all the way down here, and you'll notice that we passed over some land that we can't actually access at the moment. Now, this is going to come, or something we need to pay attention to, because we are going to be going back to it later. And just before I go any further, let me make absolute sure. Okay, they do still linger. We're going to be heading back towards Route 17. I don't know why I didn't deviate there. We're going to head back towards Route 17 because this is actually how we access the rest of that land area, is by taking a bit of a roundabout path. So let me run away from you. And we're going to be taking these currents across. So first thing first, I'm going to take this one down, which is going to lead me all the way to the end here and onto shore. Now, this is the main land feature of Route 17. We got one trainer here we're going to battle and an item next to them, and then we're going to take a look at this building up above us really quickly. But first things first, Scientist Nathan is going to be throwing out a Garbodor, which actually I do have a nice Pokemon for this exact scenario at the ready. I'm gonna try Shell Smash again, especially since you're gonna use this opportunity to use an X attack. Maybe we'll at least be faster than Garbodor. I mean, Garbodor's got some good stats, but it's not like it's a super speedy Pokemon. So hopefully we're actually in good company here. Yep, okay, we are a priority, at least in this scenario. Let's use Bulldoze, and almost a one-shot. Super close, though. And weak armor does mean that its defense is going to go down, but its speed will actually go up, which means that it is now faster. Body Slam is a little concerning. I'm glad that it didn't cause paralysis. We're still faster, though. And there you go. All right, that's more what Shell Smash is capable of doing. So I was at least able to demonstrate it that time. Maybe the Basculin was not the best choice, even though I've been making fun of Basculin this whole time with how easy they are to take down and with all the experience they net. But there we are, TM24 Thunderbolt, one of the best electrical moves, not just in this game, but in pretty much all of Pokemon. Can you guess who I am going to be teaching this move to? Bet you can't. No, it's pretty obvious. It's going to my Spider. Let me go and select this thing. Base power of 95 and an accuracy of 100. This is where I finally replace Electro Web, as I decide to keep Charge Beam before the special attack increases. It's got the same amount of power points as Electro Web and does a whole lot more damage while basically never missing, even if the accuracy on Shelob is lowered a little bit. I actually want to check something really quickly. Is there anything I can actually teach Flash Cannon Naz? That is actually incredibly tempting to do. And you know what? I think I am going to do that, because most of my team isn't really too specially defensively weak except for Crush. And I think I'll still be okay in that department. So I'm going to do that just for the sake of type coverage. But if I need to get Light Screen back on Naz, I will. Not to mention the fact that I can also go pick up the Light Screen TM. So wanted to do that just for a little bit more coverage in that regard. But now let's head on into this building and talk about this place really quickly. Gonna grab this, which is the Dubious Disc. The Dubious Disc is an incredibly important held item that allows Porygon 2 to evolve into Porygon Z. But that is not actually the only thing here. Well, at least it's not always the only thing that's here. P2 Laboratory is heavily related to a legendary event Pokemon that could, well, like I said, can only be gotten through events, that we do not have access to at the moment, but I'm still mulling over how I want to actually handle event Pokemon in this Let's Play. Because I kind of can't go the route that I did with Generation 3, and we don't really get to have those singular battles against most of them and catch them like we did back then, unfortunately. They kind of just get dropped into your lap through various event codes, which isn't quite as special, but at the very least, I would like to show what each and every single one of them are capable of. The one that the Petrie Laboratory relates to, this building, is Genesect. This is the place where you want to go if you want to change Genesect's various moves and various typings. Genesect is a Pokemon that revolves entirely around drives. These drives all have different elemental types to them that changes Genesect's typing, as well as also changing the typing of its signature move, which obviously then gives it same type attack bonus. So if we can ever come back here with Genesect, I'll be able to show how that works in more detail. But if we are not, that is at least a brief rundown of how that works, so that you know what. You know, when I'm trying to give explanations for things, it would probably be a pretty good idea to leave my phone on mute so that it doesn't start ringing right in the middle of doing so. Anyways, as I was saying, just in case we are not able to discuss Genesect in more detail, that is at least a brief overview so you know what you're getting if you ever come back to here on your own time, and then use things like Action Replay and whatnot to actually access Genesect that way, which is kind of the only way you can do that now, so makes a lot of sense. And of course, the second I jump in the water, my Max Repel wears off. Let's put another one back on so that I can now start to properly explore this area. So really quickly, grab myself a heart scale here. Might be good to get my light screen back on Naz. Who knows exactly? Now, if I can just head down this path, I'm trying to avoid these currents very particularly because this is how we're going to be able to get back on over to the land portion of Route 18 that we weren't able to get to before. So let me give you the lucky egg, Arthur, as we start to battle these swimmers up ahead. So, apparently, the depth perception on that is really, really weird. It's kind of hard to tell like, if you're exactly adjacent to the swimmers or not. But I believe I can go both to the left, and I think to the left is an item, and I think down is the route that I want to take to get back to the island. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll just keep moving here. Still got plenty of time left in this episode. I do want to actually just try to get through the rest of this area in this episode, and then in the next episode, we can start moving on to other areas beyond this place. So, down goes Frillish. Very simply, and then a Simipour. Yeah, we'll definitely still keep you out. That's a very easy experience there. I like that we're starting to run into these monkeys now, which means that they give us a lot more experience than the Pans were giving us. And down you go. Ooh, look at all that. Love it. Arthur is now level 41. And we defeated swimmer Burke. And I'm going to go left first. Is there an item here? There is. That's what I thought. It's a hidden item. Let me just line up really quickly. Got myself a heart scale. Thank you. And now there is another item on the other side, but I'm going to need to kind of backtrack to that one. So now we're going to want to take our way through here. Battle this lady, and just make sure you avoid the currents, because the problem with the currents is that they not only do they like force the direction that you're going, but when they take you over the little leaps on the rocks, those force you to go 2 spaces ahead, which means that you can't get out of them as long as they push you into another current every single time, which means that it'll pretty much carry you all the way back to the beginning, which you do not want to have happen. So just continue to avoid them, and you should be good. Next up is Frillish. Okay, this lady didn't really have anything of note, unfortunately. I think there's only one trainer back on the Route 18 island that I was missing. But I think other than that, it's mostly just items. There's multiple hidden items over in that area that we need to get. There's also the only dark grass patch in that area over that way as well. Let me see. Oh, can I get it from this side? I can. Good. Another heart scale. All right, there we go. Now, let's continue over this way. And welcome back to Route 18. And now, okay, so we do have this lady here on the beach. I'm going to grab some items around her. Got another one up here, not in the rock, which is what I was expecting. A big pearl this time. That one will sell for quite a bit. And then you, let's battle. Fights have their own rhymes? Oh, yeah. Rhythms, sorry, I can't read. Wow. I wonder whose Pokemon can fight rhythmically. Holy crap. That was just terrible on my part. I was like, rhymes? What does she mean by rhymes exactly? No, they're rhythms. Okay, Scraggy. So I can actually put my aerial ace to use that I haven't been using all that much up to this point. Why did I do that? For some reason, I've got it stuck in my head that aerial ace is the first move in Arthur's like set of moves. I probably should switch those around so I'm not dealing with that issue as much anymore. Having Coil at the front is not something I want to have. I need to go out of my way to select Coil if possible. But down goes Scraggy. At least we have that a little bit of offensive boost. And then we got Girder. I'll just stick to using Arthur now that we've gotten that Coil into play. Not that Coil really helps Aerial Ace all that much because it obviously doesn't freaking miss. But, well, I mean, it helps the damage. It doesn't help the accuracy. But we still should be able to take this guy out, even in spite of his little bulk up there. And there we go. Beautiful. All right. Just a couple more levels, and Arthur is going to have the move that's going to ultimately replace Return, and I am super excited for it. Now, let me head on up, and I don't think there's any trainers up here, but there is this item, which is TM19 Telekinesis. I actually can't remember what this move does. I am completely drawing a blank. I just know that it's not a very good move, so let's talk about it really fast by looking at it. All right. User makes the target... Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. So this is basically the opposite of gravity. As opposed to bringing them down to Earth, it instead allows them to float, which basically makes them impervious to ground-type moves. Very situational and niche. It has its utilities, especially with a very select Pokemon. But aside from that, I just kind of wouldn't ever really bother using it. I mean, like, it's there. It exists, but it's not anything, like, ridiculously special or whatnot. But let's take this path back. And again, of course, my max repel wears off. I do know that there is one more hidden item that I am missing back towards the beginning of the route. So I'm going to try to grab that before we get the heck on out of here. But let's make our way all the way back. Just kind of taking these ones all the way over. Like so. Or did I go past everything? I think I may have gone too far. Shoot. I did. Crap. I'm going to have to backtrack. Okay, hold on a second. I can fix this. I can definitely fix this. And also, I'm missing an item up there. Okay, I need to get to that one as well. So there's 2 items I need to get back to. So let me head on over that way back towards Route 17. Well, maybe I can take this path around. Will this be good for me? No, it will not. All right, well, fine. I'll see you back on the other side in just a second. Okay, so I'm going to sneak down here from the P2 laboratory and all the way on to this little shallow spot. And this is where the item is that I need. This is one of the items that I'm after, but it's not the only one. So we'll get that big pearl there. And then the other one is over on that side, and I need to find my way down to it as well. So hold on while I sneak back through the currents here. And then around the side, like so. Get past you, sir. And can I even get down to that one? I actually don't know if I can from here. Maybe I can go this way? Let's see. No, this is all kind of a nothing area. Hold on. There's got to be a way to get down to that last one. Because I kind of take this path all the way back. Oh, shoot. No, I definitely... Did I miss it again? No, I didn't. I think I got it. Well, hold on. But I'm still missing one up here, am I not? Or did I get it? No, I guess that's the same one, isn't it? I believe it is. Okay, so maybe the item I was thinking was 2 items was actually just 1. So never mind then. I think we should be good. And as I look at my list here, it does seem like I've grabbed every single item on this route. So we're going to proceed now. And I am actually going to meet you guys in Accumula Town because there is one boulder just beyond that town that we can actually push to get a bit more done. We need to actually head on to Route 2. So let's head on over that way. And then our next stop is going to be past Mistralton, actually, on the way to Chargestone Cave. And you probably remember them talking about this before because a few people mentioned to us as we were going through that route. But there is another cave known as Mistralton Cave, and that is going to be the subject of the rest of this video as well as the next video. So let's get this boulder pushed really quickly. And then once we do that, we'll grab this item, and then I will make my way on over to what I think it's Route 6? I believe it's Route 6. So let me bring out Tranquil, who, by the way, I never drew attention to the fact that I named it Air Unova, so thank you for flying Air Unova. Let's head to Driftvale City and make our way on over to the next area. Very, very dumb name, but I don't even care. It's not like I'm using this Tranquil in any serious fashion whatsoever as it is. All right, so let's head on up this way. I think I still have a Max Repel active, so I should be good to start using Surf here. Let's immediately jump into the river here because there's an item just up ahead. And also, I'm going to keep the dowsing machine out just in case I miss anything. Got ourselves TM84 Poison Jab. This is a very good physical poison type move that has a chance of causing poisoning. And it also has, I believe, a base power of 80 and an accuracy of 100. It's kind of like X-Scissor if it caused poison sometimes, but again, it's poison typing. Unfortunately, for as good as it is not a move that I can teach to any of my Pokemon, and thusly it is just going to languish in my inventory. It looks like I did not still have a Max Repel active, which is kind of unfortunate. But I just want to grab the last of these items that are available in this area before we go any further. And I think we're going to actually be heading on into the cave in the next episode, unfortunately, because we're just about done with this one. Let me grab that really quickly. Got a Silk Scarf. There is the normal type move boosting equivalent. So let's take this back on over. And I think after this recording session's done, I'm going to be switching it on over to Autumn. Did I miss? There must be something over that way that I missed. Okay, well, it looks like I can take Surf on over here. Wait, hold on. Did I miss another one? There were hidden items out here. I definitely jumped the gun. But I guess I couldn't access any of them, so it didn't really matter. So I guess we'll go across this way. And then I'm going to need to head all the way back to land because it's probably in the corner right here. Oh, I'm on top of it. Okay, perfect. So we got ourselves a tiny mushroom. Going to be able to sell that to Mushroom Lady. Then another one there. Big mushroom this time. Really wish that was a balm mushroom. And then I think we have one more item right out in front of the cave entrance itself, which is over this way. And there it is. Tiny mushroom. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokemon White. Thank you all so very much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to be heading on into Mistralton Cave, where we're going to be catching ourselves our 6th and final team member. So I hope you all are looking forward to that. With all that said, thank you all so very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.